My name is Oyinlola Saleh, and I'm the host for the Tax Talk, the show you're now tuned into. My job is to take you through the next 25 minutes as we explore relevant topics pertaining to tax and tax administration in Lagos State. Before we get into today's main topic, let's take the business news.
This is Business News. The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has highlighted the critical role of a robust tax system in overcoming Nigeria's economic challenges and fostering sustainable growth. Mr. Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his special advisor on taxation and revenue, Abdulkabi Ogunbo, said this at the 26th Annual Tax Conference of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria held at the Abuja Chamber of Commerce International Trade and Convention Center. Emphasizing the theme, Sustainable Tax Culture and Economic Roadmap for Nation Building, the governor called for transparency, accountability and efficiency in tax administration, urging a shift in perspective to view tax payment not as a burden but as an investment in Nigeria's future. He said, quote, building a sustainable tax culture requires concerted effort on the part of the government to be transparent, accountable, and efficient in tax administration, because taxpayer needs to see that their contributions are being used effectively for public services and infrastructural development. On the part of taxpayer, there is need to be a shift in mindset. Paying taxes should not be seen as a burden but as an investment in our collective future. We must all understand the crucial role taxes play in building a better Nigeria for ourselves and for generations to come. End quote. He praised recent effort by the government to streamline state-level taxes and integrate the remote workforce into TaxNet as steps in the right direction, while also expressing confidence that the CITN's commitment to professional excellence and education will contribute significantly to a fair and efficient tax system, propelling Nigeria towards shared prosperity. Sanwo-Olu commended the CITN for its dedication and wished all participants a successful and engaging conference. The Executive Chairman, Lagos State Internal Revenue Service (LIRS), Mr. Ayodele Zubel, was among the numerous stakeholders that participated at the conference, as delegates across the country engaged with industry leaders, tax professionals, and other policymakers in fruitful discussions on the ever-evolving landscape of taxation in Nigeria. And that's it on Business News.
I make I start shortlist business. They give am 150k to my friends. Let's do this. Taxes? I didn't even think about this. So I'll have to pay tax to build a house in Lagos. Maybe I should take a remote job. That way, I can avoid taxes. But wait, bloggers and content creators pay taxes too. So tax officials in Lagos monitor digital space for tax payment. Wait, why don't I start importing and exporting of phones and gadgets? Bro, how far now?
Femo, how far?
Bro, I won't join the business where they do.
Oh, smart. You just need money. I hope you have your tax clearance certificate.
Tax? Are you kidding me?
Without it, shishi, you no fit do. You have to visit the nearest tax office.
I can't believe it. There's no way out of this. I have to face my tax obligations if I want to start a life in Lagos.
Dear Lagosians, your taxes enable the government to invest in education, healthcare, security, housing, and many more. By continuing to pay your taxes, you are investing in a brighter future for all. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS.
As is the practice every other week, we pull in an expert to have a chat with touching various areas. This week, with the help of Honorable Femi Saheed, Chairman, House Committee on Finance, Lagos State House of Assembly, we'll be x-raying the functions of Lagos State House of Assembly in passage of bills and tax laws. Welcome, Honorable Femi Saheed. Thank you for joining us here today.
My pleasure.
Before we go right into the conversation of today, we'd like to find out what constituency you represent.
I represent Koshofe constituency too.
That's good to know. To kick off this conversation, we would like to find out the role the Lagos State House of Assembly plays in the passage of bills related to tax laws and fiscal policies in the states, and how that impacts the functioning of the MDAs.
Well, Lagos State House of Assembly makes law. We are legislators. And these laws are the fulcrum for functionality of our policy, of our tax policy, the bane at which we have the modes of collections, and the taxable person will be identified on the tax net. And in doing this, if there is a tax law that is going to emanate from the Lagos State House of Assembly, it could be either as a private bill or as a public bill. And when this bill is committed to the House for debate, we call it first reading, when it is introduced to the members. And this first reading is going to be introduced to the 40 members. So at that, it will be noted. Then the bill will have to go into second reading. At this second reading, each member will now come up with the merits and the merits of the bill, and the impact of the bill on the citizens, and the benefit of the bill to Lagosians. Then when this is done, it will now be passed, committed to public hearing. So at this public hearing, experts, stakeholders, opinion leaders, concerned people are going to be brought together, whereby they will discuss, vividly on the subject matters. And vis-a-vis the contribution and debate of the 40 members from the chambers, you now consummate this idea, you now have a well-robust bill. And this bill will now come to third reading. After, if it passes through the third reading, then it goes to the governor for assent. It becomes law. And that is the way we have the tax law that we have in Lagos today.
Speaking on the process of drafting and approval of tax laws, what considerations are given to agencies like the LRS or any other revenue-generating arm of the government, and any collaborations with stakeholders in crafting your tax laws?
The Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LRS, it's an enactment of the Lagos State House of Assembly. It's a subset of our law, regulated. And the activities, the policy, the enforcement, the regulatory, the compliance, as the case may be, which are the primary function of LRS, are being passed and are being worked upon by Lagos State tax law. And upon all these activities that are put together, to LRS to administer our tax collection, tax enforcement, tax regulation, and so many other things, this is where Lagos State will now be making money for social services and for other things. And even it is not even only LRS. There are some MDAs and agencies that are always also revenue-generating agency.
Could you list some of them?
So, like the LAHA, like the LASEMPA, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, Lagos State Building Control, like the Land Bureau, LAHA. We have various agencies that are also collecting. Even Lagos State just established what we call EGIS, that is Electronic Geographical Information System, which is going to coagulate the activities of all tax matters in Lagos State. That is from the land to building, from building to ownership, from ownership. If you have a property, if you want to sell your property, you want to change ownership of property, you want your property to exchange hands. So we have made it in such a way that we've webbed everything around LRS, and which is the subset of our law from Lagos State House of Assembly. And the money we realize from this are what we use for infrastructural development, for schools, for offices, for security, and for so many other things. So it is critical that LRS live to its responsibility and contributes, meaningfully positively to the budget line of Lagos State.
Should taxpayers expect any changes to the tax laws anytime soon?
Well, everything is dynamic. As the world is moving, our tax is moving. And as the social services and the infrastructural demands of the people is growing on a daily basis, and even as wages is increasing, tax is not something that is static, something that should be on the move as the society is progressing. Lagos is going into a mega city. Lagos has acclaimed itself as the fastest growing city in Africa. And if we want to maintain that, you need more money for your waste, we need more money for water, we need more money for security, we need more money for schools, we need more money for better infrastructures. So for us to do all these things, even transportation, we need money. So all this will not be done. It is not a magic, it is not a rocket science. It is something that you have to do through effective and open tax system that will be made useful to the people, and accountability at the end of the day will be the watchword.
Honorable Saheed, our discussion has cleared up a few misconceptions for me, but right now we need to take a quick break. We are talking about the functions of Lagos State House of Assembly in passage of bills and tax laws. And that conversation will continue with Honorable Femi Saheed once we get back from this short break.
Have you had a hard time with taxes and understanding tax administration in Lagos State and the complex nature of Nigerian tax law? Do you know what agency or tier of government collects the various types of taxes? Have you ever found yourself asking any of these questions? Join us for your favorite program, The Tax Talk, your infotainment program.
You're still watching the #1 tax administration show, The Tax Talk. Let me bring it to your attention that you can engage us on social media with the handles displayed on screen throughout the show. Still with me is Honorable Femi Saheed, and we are analyzing functions of Lagos State House of Assembly in passage of bills and tax laws. Thank you for your patience, sir. Now, with your permission, I will go right into the questions. As a member of the House, you do well to know that this aspect of business is not very welcoming to people. It will definitely come with lots of objections and concerns raised by citizens. How do you address these objections and concerns regarding tax legislations?
As a legislator, as a politician, there's no way in the world that you do not pay taxes. Taxes is sacrosanct. What is the essence of taxes? The essence of tax is to provide for your needs. And when you provide what is good, look at it, for example. Lagos State is the first subnational in the whole of Africa to own a rail system. That is through effective tax payments from the citizen. And Lagos State is taking out a fourth mainland bridge. Where do you think the money is going to come from? The money is going to come from your taxes. Look at the over 22-point-something million population in Lagos State. They generate waste. They need security. They need housing. It is through this that you provide those basic needs for the people. So, but as a responsible government, when all these are taken into consideration and you do it at the right time for the people with the way Lagos State government has been doing, then people will comply with the taxes. So it is only when you have a government that is not a bazaar government, a government that is taken from the people and is giving more to the people, that we can develop. With taxes, you can develop a whole world, and you can even create employment, and you can even generate more revenue for your budget line. And when your budget line is robust, and look at it again, Lagos State is the only state in Nigeria that is doing a budget of 2-point-something trillion in a year, while other states are doing 500 and something billion. That is to tell you that we need more people to come into the tax net. And we as government and as politicians, we need to provide enable law that will show compliance, that will show monitoring, that will show performance, and that will show the people that this is the way to go all over the world. And I think that is the way Lagos has been adjudged as one of the best states. It is because of our tax law that is functioning well. And the people of Lagos are looking for more infrastructure. So there's no way you can disconnect payment of tax from provision of infrastructural amenities.
Keeping a finger on the pulse, how does collaborations with agencies like the LRS enhance your monitoring process and provide insights into the effectiveness and impacts of tax laws on revenue generation in the states?
Well, LRS is an offshoot of our law from Lagos State House of Assembly. Power to collect taxes from chargeable person, monitor and do compliance, even regulatory, on the way and manner in which tax policy is being administered in Lagos State. We, as State House of Assembly, we have the legislative right to be on the concurrent list. A tax collection is a concurrent obligation that either the state or the federal could administer. And within this has given power to LRS to come for tax collection, compliance, monitoring, and regulatory. And it is due these acts that any state will have enough money to fund its budget in the area of infrastructural amenities.
A big thank you to you, sir, for your time in helping us come into terms with the functions of the Lagos State House of Assembly in passage of bills and tax laws today. Honorable Femi Saheed, Chairman, House Committee on Finance, Lagos State House of Assembly, has been an interviewer's joy today. I enjoyed the conversation we had. The Tax Talk continues with Tax Did It, but that will be after this quick break.
I mean, make I start shortlist business. They give them 150K to my friends. Let's do this. Taxes? I didn't even think about this. So I'll have to pay tax to build a house in Lagos. Maybe I should take a remote job. That way, I can avoid taxes. But wait, bloggers and content creators pay taxes too. So tax officials in Lagos monitor digital space for tax payment. Wait, why don't I start importing and exporting of phones and gadgets? Bro, how far now?
Femo, how far?
Bro, I won't join the business where they do.
Oh, small. You just need money. I hope you have your tax clearance certificate.
Tax? Are you kidding me?
Without it, shishi, you no fit do. You have to visit the nearest tax office.
I can't believe it. There's no way out of this. I have to face my tax obligations if I want to start a life in Lagos.
Dear Lagosians, your taxes enable the government to invest in education, healthcare, security, housing, and many more. By continuing to pay your taxes, you are investing in a brighter future for all. This message is brought to you by the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS.
A particular songwriter says certain things are a given as far as the earth exists. Rain, thunder, after the lightning, and tax. As a resident of Lagos State who fulfills their obligations to the government, this segment of the show brings to you the projects your taxes have been used for. Let's take a look at one of those projects on Tax Did It.
I want to come and see things for myself. What are the things we have done? What are additional things we've spoken about that we need to do? And you can see the citizens are actually very excited, right? And so really is to make sure that no part of Lagos is left underdeveloped or developed. And tourism being in a major cardinal of our team's agenda, I needed to come and see things for myself too, and also help. You saw around the Agia Center that we have like an amphitheater there. There are a few projects that we also need to complete around the marina here. But I'm satisfied, knowing fully well that we still have a lot of opportunity to do for the club. And you can see that on the top, the Diaspora Commission is also with us. We have a diaspora agency already now. So it's really to just make, Lagos and Badagry in particular, a tourist destination for all of our international and local audience to know that we're ready for people.
Time now to take things outside as we once again put the knowledge of Lagos State residents to the test with another one of our trivia questions.
It's another exciting day on the streets of Lagos. We are here to tax your brain on Tax Talk. My name is Ellen Kalu, so stay tuned.
Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
Lagos State Ministry of Work Infrastructure.
Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
It's been an amazing day on the streets of Lagos. My name is Helen Kalu. See you next week.
I'm afraid this is where we say our goodbyes for this week on the Tax Talk. However, don't forget to engage our social media posts online. That means comment, like, repost, and share our content via the handles that we've had on the screen during the entirety of the show. My name is Oyinlala Saleh, and I hope the rest of your day goes extremely well for you. Next week on the same station, we repeat the process. See you then.